is Daniel Hill. I am the keyboard player of Stooligans, which is the band. One good way to say I kind of like add on to the creative process is that, because I am like a whole new instrument that gets to come in, play the keys, I'm also like a guy who knows a lot of people who play other different instruments. So I'm also able to bring even like other like influences outside the band and be like, hey, let's do this, or like, let's add some horn players or something like that. But I think for me, mainly, I kind of bring in like more of the theory, the music theory stuff, and like kind of like really like interesting jazz chords and interesting blues chords and certain genres that that we want to like blend in. Like some songs might have like a blues genre, like blues flair to it, or like a ragtime feel or a jazz feel here and there. So I just bring my musical experiences and kind of just blend it in where everybody else is in the group. So basically, I started playing piano at the age of 18, and then I went to college for it because I was hoping that maybe CCRI could help me get my whole technique up and get my playing up, and that's what happened. And then after CCRI, playing there, and then graduating with a music degree, went to URI, played there, graduated with a music degree, and yeah, got a bachelor's and an associate's degree in jazz performance. So yeah. So we have quite a number of like musical influences, like from like track one where Jesus used the intro, the sermon is like that's definitely a blend between like rock and like gospel music. And then like Stevie C's kind of has like that classic pop, but like almost like a little bit of a jazz feel you kind of get from it, like almost like going on Snappy Fingers when you listen to Stevie C's, like even with Strong Wind has like kind of like a really like cool, like almost like a Phil Collins like synthesized sound. So there's like a lot of influences that we just kind of gathered, and it was weird because I don't think we really even did it on purpose. Someone will bring in maybe like a bare bone or something. They might bring in like either a full on melody, a full on like chord progression. We take that and then we basically you tell the group, hey, this is what I made up, and then someone might play, and then okay, then I'll be like, okay, well, this is what I'll do to it. Then the Ace might be like, okay, this is what I'm going to do with it. Then we all kind of pick up the groove and pick up whatever we feel might make this sound great. But the recording process was pretty fun, we all did our separate thing, but I remember when I was doing it, it was pretty fun to like just hear what I'm doing and then hearing back and be like, okay, I like that, don't like this, and being able to pick and choose, like, yeah, let's keep that, and then also me kind of also being accepting to like, it doesn't have to be crisp or very perfect, just make sure that it just sounds good. So that was the other thing too. But the recording process was really fun. We got to record with Brian Caudy, a friend of ours who's really cool, and it was really fun recording with him because I felt like he let us, he just let us be us, and he just said, all right, hey guys, sounds great, cool. This is like our first time actually working with Brian on this. Yeah, Belize is like the band's first time ever like saying, hey Brian, we're gonna work with you, and Brian really wanted to work with us too. It was like a thing where it's like, yo, like guys, please, like, let's do this, let's make this happen, let's make an album. It's like, all right, cool, we have an album we already want to do, and yeah, we'll just record it with you, man. So the process of the intro happened when I was practicing church stuff, like gospel stuff, and I remember doing this chord progression. I was like, this sounds pretty cool, I think I want to do something with this. And because we were creating an album called Jesus, I was like, well, yeah, let's put a gospel freaking song in the album. And I remember coming, to practice with this chord progression I did, and I was like, guys, like, this is what I got. And I remember looking at Ace's face, Beard's face, and they were like, this is cool. Like, they just, and what I loved more so, and it's hence why I love the band so much, being part of this band, was that I just gave them what I just did, and they did everything I want them to do without me even saying anything. Like, everything was fucking perfect to everything. And then even during the recording process, Dan did something, because it was something that Dan would normally do during the song, and we played it, but then he kind of did something totally different recording-wise, and it sounded perfect. And then it's also like my voice on the recording, and
Daniel on the keys. Oh, it's gonna be a beautiful day, y'all. Welcome, congregation. How y'all doing tonight?
I like to sing. I don't like to call myself a singer, so I'm related to an R&B legend around named Michelle Hill. That's my mom. And I also have a sister named Michelle Hill, who's a fucking dynamite singer. So when you see those two, and those are your relatives, and those are the people who sing in your family, how you feel about your voice kind of makes you feel this big, knowing like they're just here, and you're like, I can kind of like riff a little bit, I can sing a little bit. At least I'm not off key, So I take solace in that. At least I don't totally suck, but Oh, sideways. So sideways for me right now in coronavirus has kind of like been the most ultimate cock blocker to everybody's lifestyle, and basically the cornerstone of why 2020 sucks. But even with that said, I've I've mostly been practicing, but also working with like Mixed Magic Theater, doing stuff for them. I'm actually part of an Amy Winehouse cover band, project band, whatever. But I'm part of that, so I'm doing that too. And honestly, and I also play at church, so it almost is like whoever needs me. Hey, if I'm available, yeah, I'll play for y'all. I don't care. Shout out to all Stooligan fans. Thank you guys for chilling with us. To the fans, up in Lancaster, to the fans in New Jersey, to the fans in Providence, Rhode Island, man. We love y'all. Thank you for supporting us. Look out for Jesus Juice. You're gonna love it. I swear for God.